All right, Brown family, wanted to give you our first video here on showing you my technique for force fetch. Now, I want to be very clear at the beginning of this. This is just the technique that I use. There are other strategies out there. I have fiddled around with several others, but this is the one that I feel is the most fun for me and for the dog. And by being fun, I mean the least amount of confusion. By and large, my program that I use is based on Mike Lardy, which is called Total Retriever Training. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos, but Total Retriever Training and Total Retriever Marking are some excellent programs that give you a great big picture view. They are a huge program that are designed to take you from basically a 6-month-old dog all the way up through like a field champion. So really what I focus on is just like a small part of what happens in that program, but it kind of gives you an idea of what I'm looking at. Now, very quick theoretical idea here about force fetch. Force fetch, a lot of people think, is about getting the dog to deliver to hand. Don't drop it, make sure you bring it to me, all of that. And by and large, it accomplishes that. But that's not what force fetch is about. Force fetch is the mechanism that we use to teach the dog that pressure is how we communicate with her. Now, up to this point in a young dog's training, we are using positive, techniques, using praise, using treats, using a retriever as a reward, whatever. But now we switch to using pressure to teach the dog to do something. This is what we call usually like formal obedience. Sometimes it's called, sometimes we call this yard work. It gets a lot of names, but the idea is this is the cornerstone. The foundation of what we're doing happens right here. And I'm going to do everything right here on the ground using nothing more than a bumper, a leash, and a dog. That's all you have to accomplish this. I do not do anything up on a table. I have used that technique before, and I felt it led to more confusion. It was effective, but I feel like the table technique just confused the dog because they had to transition to the ground. Now, Jade is, I can already tell, I've only done one session before this video. Truly just one session. I can tell you right now, Jade is going to be a star student because of this. I mean, this is intensity that you just can't teach. And that's the thing about this program, about force fetch. I can make any dog, pick it up and bring it to me and don't drop it. I can make any dog do that. But what I can't do is this. I can't make a dog love it. I can't make a dog want it. I can't give a dog passion. That has to come from genetics, and Jade has it. And by and large, this breeding that we've seen out of Vega and Ella has produced this, which is exactly what I want to see. This focus, this desire. She's just sitting here staring at me like, hey, dummy, why are you talking to the camera? Throw the bumper, right? She's just begging me to throw this, all right? So I'm going to give her a little start to our program here. Now, when we are doing this, I always start my force fetch sessions with fun bumpers. We're just going to give her a couple of fun tosses. No steadiness, no requirement to deliver it to hand, just whee, let's have fun, okay? Because we need to keep up the enthusiasm. We need to keep the dog happy. Now, as we go on, I'll start, since Jade is already steady, it's kind of nice, and she already delivers to hand, I can be pretty demanding of her pretty quickly and have her do the things the right way. So I'm not going to encourage any bad habits here, and I'm going to encourage her to sit steady, and I'm going to encourage her to come into the heel position and deliver to hand, because she already knows that. And obviously, you guys have done an amazing job prepping her. It looks to me like you taught her an elaborate hold conditioning, where you condition the hold, which is great. So she's going to zoom through this because you gave her a good foundation, and that's what we want to see. So let's just give her a couple fun tosses. Hey, I'm actually going to say her name on the retrieve here. Good. Girl, here. Heel. Sit. Yeah, good dog. So she comes into hand and delivers to hand there nicely. Now this time, sit. Sit. Jade. And again, these are not challenging retrieves. This is 15, 20 yards in the yard. Here, heel, sit. Yeah, good dog. It's all about giving the dog a boost emotionally. Okay, so Jade knows that. Jade's good with going to get the bumper. She likes to go get the bumper. Now what we need to do is we need to do a little bit of work, okay? So I'm gonna put the dog on heel. I'm gonna put the bumper out of sight. All right, the bumper's put away, so she understands we're not messing with the bumper right now. Now, in order to start force fetch, a dog has to know formal obedience. Formal obedience is 3 commands. Sit, here, heel. Obviously, Jade knows this. You've clearly given her a great obedience foundation. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her through that very, very quickly. Good. Jade, heel. She wanted to go get the bumper. She knew where I put it. Heel. Heel. Jade, here, heel, sit, heel. Very nice. Sit. So obviously she knows that. That usually is a couple weeks of training when I get a green dog in. Clearly you've done that, so we can skip to step 2, okay? Step 2, when we start force fetch, okay, is we're going to do a very simple idea, okay? We have just taught her sit, here, heel, right, with walking on a leash. What we're going to teach her next is the command to drop something, and the concept is that we want her to understand, I'm going to teach her an obedience command, but now instead of being her feet, it's her mouth. Virtually every dog hates this, right? They will fight you, they will freak out as if something is attacking them. Very, very rarely do they get aggressive. I've never been bit doing this. I have had some dogs that I've had to wear a glove, but generally speaking, all you need is to start off is your bare hand. Now, my technique is I take my left hand and I'm going to hold her flat collar. I put a flat collar, just a regular 1-inch flat collar on the dog. So my left hand is holding her collar. So I've got her right here. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to put it in her mouth and I'm going to loosely hold on to her bottom jaw. Now, Jade's going to freak out, and then the trick is the hand does not come out of her mouth until she quits fighting me. We want her to understand I'm going to win this, and she's going to let me leave my hand in her mouth without freaking out, okay? Now, yesterday we went through a couple reps. She freaked out, but she came around. More than likely, she's going to freak out on this one. So I'm just going to put my hand right in here. You can see she knows what's about to happen. And this is very, very common. She's moving her head all around. Give. Good dog. Jade is very, very smart. She remembers what happens, that she wants, as soon as she quits fighting me, I say the word give very clearly so that the dog hears the command that means to drop whatever's in their mouth. Okay? Now, I use that command for everything to come out of their mouth. When they have a bumper that I want them to hand me, a bird, my hand, whatever it is, the word give, said like that, means let it out of your mouth. And at no point should anything come out of their mouth unless I say that command. So, we're going to go through this again. We're getting a little resistance. Good. Now I'm going to pet her with my backhand. Good. Good girl. Give. And Jade's doing a really nice job there of holding, not biting, not thrashing. She obviously resists at the beginning, but really this is extremely mild. And as I said, Jade is going to fly through this process. I can already tell. And quite frankly, a big part of it is she's sitting here staring at the bumper that's over off camera. Okay? All right, so we'll do one more right here. Good. Give. Good dog. So, step 1, put my hand in her mouth, then let me take it out when I say so. Now, The biggest fault that we have with most dogs who go through force fetch is they struggle with the concept of walking with the object, that it would call walking fetch. The idea that I'm going to control their mouth and their feet at the same time. This adds another step, and it's a very, 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 very common fail point. It's one of the biggest problems that people struggle with force fetch is getting the dog to move with the object without spitting it out. Because we teach them hold, 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 hold while they're sitting still. And the dog thinks hold means take the object in my mouth, but don't move, right? So I teach very early in my program, I want you to move with the object in your mouth. So what I'm gonna do, come on Jade, good, heel. Heel, sit. Now we're gonna move with it in my mouth. Again, this is only the second day she's ever seen me. A little resistance, that's good. Okay. Now watch when I take a step, she's gonna freak out, I bet. Heel, come on. Good girl. Good. Sit. Give. So you can see that she had a little bit of a freak out there because we were moving and my hand in the mouth at the same time. We're gonna try that again. Jade, heel, sit. Heel. Sit. Give. Good dog. Now, we're gonna repeat this process. I'm not gonna show you, 100 reps on camera. But the idea is we repeat this process until she does this without resisting. So step one, quite simply, let me stick my hand in your mouth and then you can come out. Now, you wanna know why Jade's gonna be amazing? You know what I see in this dog? She's been sitting here for 12 minutes doing this. And we've been doing this force fetch drill. Watch what happens the second I take the leash off her. She's gonna bolt over here, go grab the bumper, sit. Jade, she's been wanting to get that bumper the whole time. Give. That is passion you cannot teach, okay? I wish every dog came into my kennel with that level of desire to go retrieve. That is fantastic, phenomenal. Jade's gonna be amazing. We just gotta get this force fetch polished up, get her through the yard work, and then this is the mechanism that we're gonna use that's gonna teach her how to handle, how to do blinds, how to do all that stuff is built on, predicated on the idea of, you're gonna hold my hand. Should we give her another fun one? Huh? Sit. No. Heel. Sit. Sit. She broke, brat. We let her break if we're doing a force fetch drill. I'm not gonna fuss at her for that yet. Go ahead, heel, sit. Yeah, good girl. Bottom line is Jade's a rock star. Just let me keep working with her. She is going to be amazing.